So architectural options. So when you boil it down, okay, a data fabric is a distributed data architecture. It provides a single view across all your data. So the big benefit is you never have to move your data. However, in most cases, a data fabric is going to supplement, not replace a data warehouse or data lakehouse. It's really hard to run your entire organization on a data fabric just because performance is not going to be there. You don't want to do complex joins across multiple data sets residing in different locations and systems. But what it's really great for is that it can inject agility into a centralized data architecture. And I think that's why Gartner's probably bullish about it and why I'm bullish about the data fabric. The data mesh, on the other hand, is something completely different. It's a distributed business and development architecture. Basically, it's saying we're going to revolt against the centralized IT, centralized development approach, and we're going to push all development into the business and let them build their own data products, which is great. And that's kind of been the trend for the last 15, 20 years, to be honest with you. But the data mesh goes further, and this is where I tend to have problems, that, if you're a purist data mesh, they want to eliminate all data warehouse, data lakes, and data lake houses. The goal is really to atomize monolithic data architectures and have everything be pushed out to the edge. And this came from the software engineering field, and they want to turn data into object-oriented code. So that's kind of where it's coming from. Whether that will work entirely remains to be seen. So my problem with the data mesh is that, it's kind of giving this message that data silos are now cool. We've been trying to beat down data silos for years, decades. And I think the message now is if you can't beat them, join them. And I have to say, not so fast here. That's not to say there's a lot of value here, as I've said already. When you put data mesh and data fabric together, they provide really key components of self-service. Elements of self-service that we really haven't thought of, or at least most people haven't thought of yet, which is you need to have the right organization, the right governance, and the right architecture to do it. Because for years and years and years, data leaders and business leaders thought, oh, we want self-service. Let's just give people self-service BI tools and all will be well. Well, that is the wrong thing. It never works, right? Never has worked. So the problem, though, with data mesh and data fabric is that it is not the whole answer to self-service, right? I think, and I'd be curious what Paul and our panel thinks, is that you need to have a very strong enterprise data program and platform to make the mesh and the fabric work and self-service work. So in our consulting business, we say you can't just go out and build self-service, right? Self-service is the culmination of doing a hell of a lot of other things right. It's having the right operating model, the right data architecture, the right data governance, the right product development, and the right data literacy. When you get all those things right, then you give people the self-service BI tools and you'll be successful, right? It's the end result. But you can't do it with a completely distributed environment, organizational or architectural. So what does this look like? What is right? I think the right model is federated. In other words, you need both distributed and centralized elements for any of this stuff to succeed.